Welcome to the Reed Report. Welcome to the Reed Report, where today we have an interesting topic. Like all Reed Report topics are interesting because you never know what you're going to get. You never know what you're going to get from the Reed Report. But I do thank you guys for taking the time to hear me out. Today, I want to talk about this YouTube clip, Undisputed, that I just came across. Skip and Shannon, Undisputed. They had a topic they were talking about, and it was about the Lakers, of course, because Skip Bayless hates LeBron, and Skip Bayless roots against LeBron. He roots against the Lakers, and honestly, like I said in an earlier video, I do not care about this whole LeBron thing because he is who he is, and we know who he is, but I'm not here to talk about that. But let alone I am a Laker fan. I do like the Lakers, and if LeBron James never played another game for the Lakers, I would not be upset. But I ran across this video, and the title of the video was, "Why the Lakers Can't Win Without LeBron." Before I get into this, I first want to let you guys know about something interesting that we have coming up.
Enter for a chance to win. Flo will be raffling off some cool merchandise for you. To enter, you just have to cash out $1 to Raffle Zone. Be sure to attach your email with the initials TRR. The winner will be announced Thursday, November 25th after the Raiders-Cowboys game. Subscribe to the Reed Report and don't miss out on the chance to be the blessful winner. And also, give Raffle Zone and Flo a follow on Instagram.
Now, last night, the Lakers and the Milwaukee Bucks played against one another. The Milwaukee Bucks defeated the Lakers. It was a close game. I don't remember. Let me just pull up the score here. It was 109-102 Milwaukee. And in the game, the Lakers, Middleton and Holiday was not having their best game. And Giannis was just like coasting to the lane and just getting dunks and layups. And he was even hitting threes, which I'm like, of course his threes are going to go in against the Lakers because why not, right? But they did, in this video, Skip and Shannon talked about why the Lakers can't win without LeBron. They talked about, and Shannon mostly hit on it, why, about AD allowing Giannis to do what he did. Because I was thinking the exact same thing while watching the game. This needs to be a game that AD needs to take personal and say, I'm going to come at Giannis. I'm going to match Giannis because I'm not going to completely stop Giannis from getting his buckets, getting his points, and getting his stats. But I need to match him because here's my thing. AD is very talented. I think Giannis is a better player, but I do not think it's that much far. In terms of the distance between he and AD. But AD is a bit more inconsistent. Giannis seems like, or not seems, he does. He has high energy to do this night after night after night. And AD, you'll see him do it in spurts where he's a great player. So in this game, what he needed to do was have people question, had the debate be the following day, who is a better player, Giannis or AD? Even if people will still say Giannis, he needed to prove in that game, make a statement that he is a better player than Giannis, and Giannis is not better than him. He can do whatever it is Giannis can do and do it better. But he didn't do that. And the main the main thing about that was he finished with 18 points, 9 rebounds, and Giannis finished with 47 points. He didn't match Giannis in points. And at the end of the game, AD was the tallest guy for the Lakers on the court, and you kept seeing THT and Westbrook, all these mismatches Giannis had, and it was just infuriating watching, like, why isn't AD guarding Giannis Antetokounmpo? Why am I keep seeing Taylor Horton-Tucker, 6'4", trying to guard Giannis? That was the point they hit on in the video, why can't the Lakers win without LeBron? Because I was furious about that exact same thing. He needed to make a point in a statement, and he didn't. And they had a chance, the Lakers. They had a chance to win that game, and that was a game where AD needed to wake up and go at Giannis and match him and even do it better. But he did it. But here's the problem I had with the video. Trying to push this narrative that LeBron James is still this difference maker, that he's still the man that everybody needs. They're trying to make you think that Dallas would trade Luka right now for LeBron. They're trying to make you think that Atlanta would trade Trae Young for LeBron. Memphis would say, hey, give us LeBron, we'll give you Ja Morant. Boston, Jason Tatum. That would never happen. LeBron is not that guy anymore. So why are we trying to push this narrative like they were just blowing teams out, playing off the walls, world beaters while LeBron James was there? The team is 8-8. They're 8-8. And let me just say, I do think they're going to get their act together. I think that when Kendrick Nunn comes back, that's going to be the piece, and Ariza. But Ariza is a bit older, just like a lot of other players on the team. But that's going to be the piece where the Lakers run out of excuses, because we see right now that they can't run with anybody. That's going to be the piece where if he gets back, Kendrick Nunn, and they're still unable to separate themselves, which I think they're about to do, then it is what it is. But this notion that they can't win without LeBron is ridiculous, because they're the same with him and the same without him. And don't try to be literal with me by saying, oh, they're 4-2 with LeBron and 4-6 without LeBron. Context matters. Are you not watching the games? Are you not watching the games? With LeBron, they escaped Memphis. That shouldn't have happened. They should have beaten Memphis decisively. If Memphis wasn't so young and took bad shots and played terrible at the end, that would be a loss. They won 2 games against the Rockets. I'm sorry I put up the 3 because I was still counting Memphis. But 2 games against the Rockets. 2 games in which they could have lost. They were up 28 points on Houston in the first game. And then you saw them gas out. They did win by 10, but you get my point. And then they let Houston get back in it at the end, where Houston had a chance for the game-winning 3. And then who was the other win against with LeBron? Cleveland. Same thing with Cleveland. Melo bailed them out. Do LeBron control the pace well? I believe so. I think so. I would say he does. He makes some difference, but he is not a world beater out there to where he's a player that you fear, that you don't want to see. That would be Steph and KD and Trae Young and others and Giannis. Not LeBron. LeBron doesn't do anything that scares these players. These dudes ain't scared of LeBron. You see how they come at the Lakers? They want to play the Lakers. They're not looking at the Lakers saying, damn, Lakers on our schedule. They're like, yes, let's prove a point against these old heads. But 4 wins with LeBron, and none of them were impressive. Blown out by Phoenix, blown out at the end by Golden State in the 2 losses. 4 wins without LeBron. Spurs, let's see, you had the Spurs in the 1 of the 4 wins without LeBron. You had you had the Spurs twice, actually. You had the Spurs twice, and then you had Miami and Charlotte. Charlotte, Miami, most impressive win, which means they've been the same. They've been the same. Blown out against Portland without LeBron. Blown out against Phoenix with LeBron. There really isn't much of a difference. The fact of the matter is they can't run with anybody, and that's plain as day. Again, I think they're going to get it together, because there's no way that they can put this together and it not work. Kendrick Nunn is going to make that difference. There's something in that 8-8 that people are failing to realize. They still have 8 wins. Despite the 8 losses, this is how you know they're going to get better and start to separate themselves from the wins and losses. Because it's not like they're 2-12, 4-8, 4-12, or whatever. They're still 8-8, which shows you that they have something there with that team. But even Skip recognizes that, and he doesn't really want to say it, but he recognizes that. That's why he hasn't written them off. People know what's about to happen. I'm just tired of this LeBron James notion as if he's making this big old difference. Again, Giannis The Bucks will not trade Giannis for LeBron. Houston wouldn't even trade Jalen Green for LeBron. I mean, it'll be a dumb trade anyway because it's not, there's no talent around there. But ain't nobody trading for LeBron James. That's what they're trying to make you think, that these teams would still get up off their superstar players. CJ McCollum, they wouldn't do a trade for that. They wouldn't get up off these players for LeBron James of today. 4-2, 4-6. It's the same thing. Context matters. They're not blowing anybody out.